not a lesson.
Used to walk past boarded doors with a knapsack, loose leaf dreams folded deep in a snapback. Dice games echo while the boombox hum. Shorty on the stoop writing rhymes in his gum. That was me, eyes wide soaking in pain, trying to script the way out through the bars in my brain. Pops was a ghost, moms worked doubles. I learned math from hustlers and life from the struggle.
Gold dust in the air, dreams in the dirt. We came from the pain, we rose from the hurt. Block got a heartbeat, beat never stops. We just write our names in the cracks of the block.
Dice clicking, tires screeching, liquor store bell, where hope gets sold and the truth don't sell. Tone had a plan, said I'm done with the flip. Try to stack clean, but the wolves still trip. Baby mama stressing, phone tap tight. One slip in your name in the news that night. It's a cycle, a spiral, a city of echoes, where scars got stories and the pain still echoes. You don't hear the screams, you just feel the bass. Some folks learn slow, some vanish without a trace.
Gold dust in the air, dreams in the dirt. We came from the pain, we rose from the hurt. Block got a heartbeat, beat never stops. Yeah, we just write our names in the cracks of the block.
My man Kev wrote verses in jail, envelopes, every bar a lifeline, every rhyme gave hope. Said the warden ain't God and the bars ain't fake, that the mind breaks chains and the soul holds weight. I felt that, I seen the light dim in young eyes, watched angels fall fast in the name of the highs. Flow switch, now I move like ghosts on rooftops, watching for the boys and the fools with loose plots. Not paranoid, just prepared, that's gospel. Life in the jungle, survival through fossils, and I still spit truths over kick and snare. Even when the crowd quiet, I know real ones there. We ain't all make it, but we all still fighting. A pen and a pad and the street lights lighting.
Haze dust in the air, dreams in the dirt. We came from the pain, we rose from the hurt. Block got a heartbeat, beat never stops. We just write our names in the cracks of the block. Haze dust in the air, dreams in the dirt. We came from the pain, we rose from the hurt. Block got a heartbeat, beat never stops. We just write our names in the cracks of the block.
Yeah. It's cold in them alleys, and silence speaks louder than words. Let me see.
Tony grew up on the edge of the block where the payphone rang and the corners watched. Raised by a gram in the busted lot. Learned to count cash before we learned to talk. No role models, just fades and scars. Dreams dim quick like broken cars, but he had hands fast, brain sharp, a grip. Could flip 2 packs on a single trip.
Ain't no peace in the shadows, just echoes and flame. Where young kings fall, trying to build a name. From stairwells to sirens, we pray to survive. Caught in the war, just trying to stay alive.
Tony met Breeze at the dice spot late. Breeze was a vet with a mean rep and weight. Offered Tony a shot, hold this heat. Now he's in it too deep with blood on his sneaks. Did dirt for weeks, move cash, no rest. Gun on the waist, guilt in the chest. Mama saw the change, prayed hard at night. But a street-made man only learns in a fight. It ain't always about rage. Sometimes it's silence that kills. He said Breeze got pinched. Now Tony's name on the feds hit the door, Tony dipped through the rear. Heart full of smoke, eyes clear with fear. Ran to his girl, stashed cash in the wall. Baby, I'm done, I can't dodge this call. She wept, let's leave, start fresh, new coast. But it's past like a ghost, always close. Next day he packed, met Breeze in the lot. Turns out Breeze flipped, now he's marked for the spot. One shot cracked, Tony fell to his knees. Cold concrete kiss, surrounded by trees. But he lived scarred, voice low and slow. In a wheelchair now, but the mind still grows.
Ain't no peace in the shadows, just echoes and flame. Where young kings fall, trying to build a name. From stairwells to sirens, we pray to survive. Caught in the war, just trying to stay alive.
Now he teaches youth in the same old park. Says, I traded life for a life in the dark. Pulls his sleeve back, shows the wound in ink. Don't rush your crown, sit down, think. The block still hums with the same old game. But some seeds grow in spite of the rain. Tony ain't bitter, he's proof you can bend. Fall 7 times, still rise again.
das magische tipo wimbo.
Yo, mic check 1 2 1 2. Step into the cipher, let the wisdom run through.
I spit gems
Like a thief in a diamond mine. Lines cut deep like katana in samurai time. Mental like chess, you playing Connect 4. I drop science, make the universe sweat balls. Every bar's pressure tectonic when I jot. Got them shook like they touch wires in a wet spot. Raw like uncut, soul in the grain. My verse make your ghostwriter fold from the shame. I'm the pulse of the block in a wax format. And your crew get erased, no command Z on that.
Those are verbal architects built with the intellect. Bars like blueprints, structure so intricate. We don't flex ice, we flex thoughts that hit. East Coast veins, let the real uplift. Those are verbal architects built with the intellect. Bars like blueprints, structure so intricate. We don't flex ice, we flex thoughts that hit. East Coast veins, let the real uplift.
My mind sparks static like tape, hiss, and vinyl. Every verse scripture, every hook's a revival. KRS taught the math, Nas brought the scroll. Wu taught the blade, now I'm cutting through your soul. Y'all rap for clicks, I rap for the click that still sparks spliffs and argue over illmatic riffs. I spit with the hunger of a jailhouse dream. Over dusty loops, no filters, just steam. No ghost in my pen, is possessed by the craft. You rap fast, I rap facts that'll shatter your path.
Token verbal architects built with the intellect. Bars like blueprints, structure so intricate. We don't flex ice, we flex thoughts that hit. East Coast veins, let the real uplift.
Mic like an axe, I split beats with precision. Paint with conviction, break down your fiction. Flow so surgical, rhyme so biblical. You spit in 10 bars, I spit one, it's pivotal. Boom bap chemist, lab coat full of stains. Cooking raw essence in a flask full of pain. I bend words like metal in a furnace, rage. Still pen truth on the edge of a torn page. A scholar with scars, a rebel in form. Born where the sirens serenade every morn. You tweet beef, I eat beef, seasoned and flamed. Been cooking MC since cassette decks came.
Talking verbal architects built with the intellect. Bars like blueprints, structure so intricate. We don't flex ice, we flex thoughts that hit. East Coast veins, let the real uplift. Talking verbal architects built with the intellect. Bars like blueprints, structure so intricate. We don't flex ice, we flex thoughts that hit. East Coast veins, let the real uplift.
Every crack in this pavement got a name, a memory.
Every crack in this pavement got a name. Every crack in this pavement got a name, a memory. Every crack in this.
Jamal had books in his bag, dreams in his pen. Grew up with the crooks, but he ain't like the men. Mama cleaned floors, pops never came back. He found peace in pages, drifting off track. While the block so deaf, he wrote life in lines, sketching out freedom in between the rhymes. But hunger got loud and the heat got closer. He made one move and it flipped the whole tone. They write their truth on the walls, spray cans of pain. Every tag's a prayer when you stand in the rain. Sidewalk scriptures written in pain, but we rise from the ash again and again. King ran the corners like chessboard kings, moving with caution but blinded by rings. Gold chain heavy, but his conscience was light. Quick cash came fast, but the karma would bite. One op made a call wrong, turned red beams. Now Keem lay still, caught between two dreams. He once had plans, spoke on opening a shop. Now he a mural on the wall where the sirens stop. On the walls, spray cans and pain. Every tag's a prayer when you're standing in rain. Sidewalk scriptures written in pain, but we rise from the ash again and again. Maya kept to herself, hoodie low shades dark. Only 17 but been through the whole arc. Brother got locked, mama slipped into silence. City lights flicker like a code for the violence. She wrote poems in her mind, bars never heard. Kept him safe in her soul like a caged up bird. Every track, it's FEMA traps, FEMA now. Side of running, she stood in the storm. Learn to build from the breaks, rise from the norm. Started speaking at the center, teaching young queens how to breathe through the chaos. Redefine dreams, she ain't need no throne, no chain, no stage. She wrote truth with her steps, every block a page. Turned tears into lectures, scars into flames. Now her name echo loud where they once knew shame. Write their truth on the walls, spray cans of pain. Every tag's a prayer when you're standing in rain. Sidewalk scriptures carved out in flame. We survive, we evolve, we ain't never the same. Yeah, we rise from the ash again and again. Yeah, we rise from the ash again and again. Yeah, we rise from the ash again and again. Yeah, we rise from the ash again and again.
Yeah. We don't write bars, we etch war stories in stone. Let me talk to them. I pen scriptures where the real and the raw blend. Bars hit like uppercuts with no warning. Mind sharp like blades tucked in Tim's. Rap gang grave digger, bury weak hymns. Too many rappers talk gold, but it's plated. I spit acid, your top 5 evaporated. Lines like dice, every roll's a gamble. But I'm loaded like a preacher with scandal. I twist words like a Rubik's, ruthless linguist. Each bar like a shank when the ink hits. I'm a scholar of pain, product of struggle. Make a cipher feel like a bare knuckle rumble. You tweet beef, I cook facts in silence. Your crew folds like laws under pressure and sirens. Still I rise like the east when it's calling with a style so timeless. Clock stop stalling. Smoke in the wind, hear the street law talk. We don't flex with jewels, we just walk that walk from the steps to the stage. It's all the same game. Punchlines hit harder when you rhyme through pain. Smoke in the wind, hear the street law talk. We don't flex with jewels, we just walk that walk from the steps to the stage. It's all the same game. Punchlines hit harder when you rhyme through pain. I'm the last echo of payphones and projects. Truth in the verse, no cap, just context. God verse is older than your streaming career. When my pen bleeds ink, your idols disappear. I'm colder than Rikers in December when you flashy on reels, but I've been real within. Every beat I dissect like I'm trained in surgery. Your bars drip filler, mine spill with urgency. I flow like chess, calm, precise with threats. You move like checkers, loud, full of regrets. I seen pain make legends out of broke teens. Turn roaches to profit, dreams to routines. I came from the basement, mold on the ceiling. Now I spit for the ones who can't explain their feeling. The booth is my church, the mic is my staff. Each verse is a prayer, each rhyme is a path. I flip flows like books with torn pages. Ray hunger in stanzas, rhyme through ages. So when they talk kings, mention my type. Crown made of metaphors and a steel tight mic. I'm not a rapper, I'm a movement in flesh. Breathing graffiti raised by cassette decks. Walk with a lean like my kicks got soul. Speak in italics, my vibe too bold. Catch me where the vinyl spins wisdom daily. Spit grown man bars, none of that maybe. So if you step it, better bring truth to heat. Cause I don't battle for clout, I just leave them beat. Talk, pain, smoke in the wind, hear the street law talk. We don't flex with jewels, we just walk that walk from the steps to the stage. It's all the same game, punchlines hit harder when you rhyme through pain. Smoke in the wind, hear the street law talk. We don't flex with jewels, we just walk that walk from the steps to the stage. It's all the same game, punchlines hit harder when you rhyme through pain. Yeah.
We from where the sidewalks talk, where the mic ain't just a tool, it's a weapon.
Wrote this on a page that ain't never seen light. In a room where the roaches know how to recite. Beneath broken ceilings, we build sky maps with bars that still echo through them night traps. I speak life like prophets in a cypher zone, where the real don't tweak, they just ride alone.
Verse sharper than a switchblade sermon. Every cut's deep, got your conscience turning. Brick by brick, I laid this speech in a land where the lessons ain't taught, they preach. Old soul with a new day vengeance. I rhyme like time in poetic dimensions.
Knowing bleeds truth, let it drip on the street. We write pain where the melodies meet. No gloss, just grit and flame. Carving legends with a pad and name. Knowing bleeds truth, let it drip on the street. We write pain where the melodies meet. No gloss, just grit and flame. Carving legends with a pad and name.
I seen tears on a project floor. Prayers bounce off the walls like folklore. Mama held the line with no safety net, while the world wrote checks that we ain't cashed yet. Now I rhyme for the silence, give voice to the wrong. We ain't ghosts, just shadows that sing in song. You hear that? That's more than a beat. That's every lost dream, every cold street. This ain't rap, it's therapy for the soul. Now breathe and let the next verse unfold. Like just a tool. I came from the bottom where hope's on mute, where ambition gets strangled in a steel-toe boot. Still I rose like incense and condemn whores, writing scripture on walls while an empire falls. Rhyme sharper talk crown, but my throne's these lines, built from nights where the pain refines. I drop gems like blood on ancient scrolls, flow divine like sermons told in code. I ain't here for the fame or the flashbang noise. I rap for the kid with a mic instead of toys. Bar after bar, reload this soul. True teller in kicks with a heart-grown cold. So let the beat loop, I ain't done testing. This verse a book and to boost my confession. All ink bleeds truth, let it drip on the street. We write pain where the melodies meet. No gloss, just grit and flame. Carving legends with a pad and name. Ink bleeds truth, let it drip on the street. We write pain where the melodies meet. No gloss, just grit and flame. Carving legends with a pad and name. Ink bleeds truth, let it drip on the streets. Drip, drip on the street. Drip, drip, drip on the street. Ink bleeds truth, let it drip on the street. Drip, drip on the street. Drip, drip on the street.
Only real heads recognize the code. Boom bap never died, it just got cold.
Let's go. Step in the booth like monks in a Cypher temple. Every line's designed, not random, it's mental. Architect bars like they blueprint bricks. You post pics, I post up and split wig scripts. Knowledge in the pocket like a hidden gem. Voice cut sharp like a soul blade pen. No gimmicks in the message, just grit and finesse. This the essence, that 90s East Coast flex.
Cracking the concrete rough. East wind blowing through the soul of the cut. From stairwells to mics, we lit up the dust. Boom bap breathing and raw rap we trust.
Yo, I'm 10 toes on these bass lines, balanced and bold. Spit like I'm from where the payphone's told. Project raised, every phrase built from the bricks. You just stream your art, our architect hits. Punch like Big Pun, wordplay like Jizza. Y'all rap like interns, I rhyme like a killer. Lessons in my lingo, math in my mode. Turn quotes into cobblestone, I carry the code.
I'm cracking the concrete bars that erupt. East wind blowing through the soul of the cut. From stairwells to mics, we lit up the dust.
Boom bap breathing and raw rap we trust.
Third eye scamming your squad. You rhyme for fame, I rhyme for God. See, I don't do fashion, I do form and fire. My pen burns pages like wires on fire. I slide through syllables slick like chess plays. Each verse like a blade in a backroom blaze. I'm New York soul in a worldwide script. Turn vinyl in the gospel and rhythm in the grit.
Boom bap therapy, mic is the weaponry.
This is knowledge you can't stream, kid.
Boom bap therapy, mic is the weaponry. Affect the pen.
Let me breathe on the beat like it's sacred land. Talk that grown man, truth they don't understand. My flow walks slow, heavy steps in the dust. Like ghost echoes in the subway rust. I don't dance for clicks, I spit for pride. You ride trends, I let the legacy ride. Line for line, I grind with divine intent. You chase labels, I chase what the message meant. No cap, no trap, just facts and flame. And I still write rhymes that remember your name.
Cracking the concrete bars that erupt. East wind blowing through the soul of the cut. From stairwells to mics, we lit up the dust.
Boom bap breathing and raw rap we trust.
Midnight sermons on cracked sidewalks. Every step is a scripture. Every verse got a witness.
Yo. Mama lit candles near the window when the block flared. Pops vanished early, just echoes in a locked chair. Crates full of classics, I learned from the loops where every snare snap felt like truth from the stoop. I was 9 when I first saw blood on the bench. Heard silence scream louder than a gun in the trench. Told myself never fold, keep the pen tight. Now I paint on pads under street light. Lord, pray for the lost souls hanging by a thread. Voices from the bricks still dancing in my head. Corner songs written in the rain, trying to turn the herd into lines that remain. Dice roll, shorty yell, sirens in the trance. Same block where the dreamers never get a chance. Old heads pitch gems, young bucks drift numb. One hand on the steel, other reaching for sun. Tyrone said rap since ticket out of death row. Now we write bars while the time moves slow. Every rhyme a lifeline, every beat's breath. Trying to dodge chains or a closed casket rest. The gospel ain't always clean. Sometimes it's written in chalk outlines. Still, we speak life. For the lost souls hanging by a thread. Voices from the bricks still dancing in my head.
Corner songs written in the rain, trying to turn the herd into lines that remain.
Rooftop thoughts while the city breathe low. Sneakers on the wire swinging like hope in the chokehold. Cash rules, but it never brought peace. Just band-aids on scars too deep to release. Fast flow, running with a pen like it's breaking parole. Ink bleeds out truths I can never control. I seen saints fall, seen the crooked get crowned. Watch boys become men when no angels around. Now I move with a calm like I swallowed the storm. Paint portraits and verses of the nights I was torn. Still hear my brother's voice in the snare drums cry, saying right for the ones that ain't get to say bye. So I write every bar's a candle lit slow for the dreams buried deep in that project snow.
Pray for the lost souls hanging by a thread. Voices from the bricks still dancing in my head. Corner songs written in the rain, trying to turn the hurt into lines that remain.
From the ash and the sirens, we preach scriptures in cypher form. This that sidewalk sermon. Yeah, I spit facts over loops that bleed in the land where the dreamer and the shooter both feed. These bars ain't written, they etched in bone. My style been stones, it's paid phones and zones. Sharp wit like a box cutter under the tongue. Each line's a relic from the wars I won. Mine like a blade in a chessboard trap. Think twice before you step or you never come back. Rhymes laced tighter than a fiend's regret. I break necks with the flow, no need to flex. Every punchline land like a veteran's tale. I got ink in my blood and a pen for a scale.
We breathe smoke in the cradle of fire, march to the beat of our own empire. Concrete songs in the wind we trust, from the stoop to the stars. Still all of us, we breathe smoke in the cradle of fire, march to the beat of our own empire. Concrete songs in the wind we trust, from the stoop to the stars.
They ain't built me for the stage, I was born in the storm. Where the sirens sing lullabies, the hustlers perform. Cracks in the pavement taught more than the class. Raised by the echoes of the legends who passed. Got dreams with a limp and a cold steel spine, but I move through the smoke like the moment's mine. Wrote verses on receipts in the backroom booth, while the OGs prayed in the language of truth. Never bowed to the bling or the radio rules. We broke out of the matrix, now we pen new schools. Stained hands from the ink and the night's too deep. Still spit like the system got a bounty on me. I'm a sermon with rhythm, a lesson with bass. A ghost in the booth with a face full of grace. Yo, no chains, no gimmicks, just raw cognition. A threat with a mic, no intermission. East Coast furnace with a soul and gear. I bend sound like vinyl when the needle's near. I don't rap, I architect pain in the gold. Stack lines like scriptures that prophets told. Grit in my throat, got truth in the fold. This verse a mural, every stroke bold. Rhyme like I'm dodging, time in a cell. But I'm free with the wordplay, heaven and hell.
We breathe smoke in the cradle of fire, march to the beat of our own empire. Concrete songs in the wind we trust, from the stoop to the stars. It's still all of us. We breathe smoke in the cradle of fire, march to the beat of our own empire. Concrete songs in the wind we trust, from the stoop to the stars. It's still all of us.
I don't write rhymes, I write blueprints for minds.
Hey yo, turn that vinyl up. This for the subway cypher, project hallways, barbershop debates, real spit. I pen paragraphs sharper than a switchblade tongue. You flash ice, I flash insight, outshine the sun. Drop jewels like clumsy pharaohs on cobblestone. Each thought heavy like a tomb built from microphone. Rap scholar, break beats like bad habits. Y'all write captions, I craft lab tablets. Every bar's laced, got them twitching like static. I breathe boom bap, you breathe in plastic. Poison in the pen, therapeutic in the track. I write scripts for the souls, trying to make it back.
Cypher Scripts, mental flips in the mix. Bars like brass knuckles, thoughts that hit quick. Street math, heat maps, map to drum kicks. Raw rap tactics, no gimmick, just grip.
They want a TikTok fame, I want Big L praise. Y'all rap for algorithms, I rap for the maze. Where knowledge is the weapon and truth's the blade. And you learn more from the pain than the accolades. I spit like I got miles on the trumpet. Rhymes like Moncors, off key but they bumpin'. Style from the alley, tone from the street. I rhyme circles around your cipher without missing a beat. Gritty like bricks in a cipher stairwell. My flow crack pavement, your bars just fail.
Cypher Scripts, mental flips in the mix. Bars like brass knuckles, thoughts that hit quick. Street math, heat maps, map to drum kicks. Raw rap tactics, no gimmick, just grit.
I'm too live for your Spotify loop. I breathe truth, you breathe auto-tune soup. From the boombox era with the razor in the tongue, where ciphers turned to sermons and the preacher was young. Alphabet acrobat, wordplay anarchist, ink bleeds justice. In the verses I architect, I flip quotes like stock, spit flows like locks. Crack safes with my thoughts, write bombs for the block. Your catalog soft, mine etched in the grain. I put pain in the pad, let it bleed through the rain. From staircases where the echoes never sleep, to a stage where the legends still speak.
All Cypher Scripts, mental flips in the mix. Bars like brass knuckles, thoughts that hit quick. Street map, heat maps, map to drum kicks. Raw rap tactics, no gimmick, just grit.
Always check your rear view. Enemies don't knock, they roll up. Tinted glass, middle finger to the system. City full of traps, better move with wisdom. Fake handshakes, real plots underneath. And the loudest one talking probably got weak teeth. Posted on the block like a throne, no bluffing. 2 phones buzzing, both numbers do something. Catch me where the silence talk loud is the heat. Where the codes don't change and the death runs deep. Check the rear view, ride slow, eyes peeled. Ain't no mercy in the field, everything gets sealed. Chrome at the waist, mask in the stash. Enemies close, so I never drive fast. Check the rear view, ride slow, eyes peeled. Ain't no mercy in the field, everything gets sealed. Chrome at the waist, mask in the stash. Enemies close, so I never drive fast. Bulletproof mind, thoughts armored in gold. City made of pressure, but I never fold. Used to dream small, now the plot expand. Got shooters that move like shadows on demand. Hollow tips and dreams in the same clip. Every loss made me cold with a mean grip. You don't live here, don't pretend that you roam. Cause out here, a postcode can split your dome. Check the rear view, ride slow, eyes peeled. Ain't no mercy in the field, everything gets sealed. Chrome at the waist, mask in the stash. Enemies close, so I never drive fast. Check the rear view, ride slow, eyes peeled. Ain't no mercy in the field, everything gets sealed. Chrome at the waist, mask in the stash. Enemies close, so I never drive fast.
It's always the ones that smile first.
You never know where the story starts or who makes it out. Let me tell you about this Sean and Maya.
Yeah, Deshaun had dreams bigger than Jerome Ave blocks. Young lion in the cold, heart harder than cops. Used to scribble bars in his book by the stairwell. Mom on the pipe, pops gone, his prayers in the shell. He met Maya by the bus stop, smiled like summer. Said she danced at the center, helped kids with their numbers. He loved her calm, she loved his fire. 2 broken pieces, sparking something higher. But in the Bronx, peace don't sit long. By week's end, his homie Kev got hit wrong. Retaliation whispered through the wires and curves. And now Deshaun's hands twitch, mind full of verbs.
Can't run from the cold, it follows behind. In the city of dreams, it's survival of mine. Every heart beats a war, every kiss got a cost. Winter in the Bronx, where love gets lost.
Maya saw the shift, no more jokes in his eyes. Just shadows from the street where the silence lies. She begged him, don't go back, this ain't you no more. But pride's a beast and revenge kicked the door. He loaded that 38, he swore he'd never touch. Rode solo in the night, palms sweating too much. Found the one who ran with Kev's rival crew. Pulled up slow in the dark like he knew what to do. But in that moment, the memories hit like a song. Her voice, her laugh, what if he was wrong?
Can't run from the cold, follows behind. In the city of dreams, it's survival of mine. Every heart beats a war, every kiss got a cost. Winter in the Bronx, where love cures horse. He dropped the gun before fate wrote a verse. Walked home heavy like a soul in a hearse. But the street don't sleep, by morning they came.
3 shots by the deli, blood painted his name. Maya wept through the sirens, voice to the sky. Still wearing his hoodie, still asking why. She speaks to kids now, tells them about choices. Over beats and books, over pain and voices. Bronx breeze still bites in the coldest of days. But love still lingers in the stairwell haze.